What is going on, guys? We put a poll in our free community. So today we're going to be answering the top 6 questions that you guys asked me and you guys asked my brother Lucas. So we've been trading for about a decade now, have made millions of dollars trading stocks, futures, options, everything you can actually think of. We've traded, and we've had a lot of experience in the game. So today there's no income claims. You're not going to watch a video and make $1 million. Like, that's so dumb. Honestly, according to the Bureau of Statistics, 0.1% of people in America that are making $10 million a year. So if you think that's going to be you, like what, 1% of traders actually ended up making it? It's not going to be you, especially if you're not from watching this video. So no income claims. We're going to get right into it. It's just lessons from people who have been there, done that, straight to you. Hopefully it'll help you along your journey. Daniel57 asks, what is your biggest trading day?
I'm going to say my biggest trading day was probably last year when I made in one day around 500K off all the leaps. And that was an insane moment for me.
Palantir.
Yeah, Palantir, lots of them like Robinhood, Nike, all these stocks just started exploding up when Trump became president. And that was insanely, don't get me wrong, insanely lucky. It was on that part too. There was a lot of luck involved, but still the right kind of information before going into those trades.
What was the biggest stock that made up most of that 500? Do you remember?
Palantir,
Palantir?
1,000%. Probably if Palantir was like 1,000%, Robinhood was 1,000%. All these stocks are making like 300% plus. And the most exciting thing for me wasn't even making the money. It was literally seeing people on the Discord being like, "Hey, like I made 3K off like Palantir. Hey, dude, I make like 10K off Nike or Starbucks." Like that shit was insane. Yeah.
Quick shameless plug though. There's a free community down below. Literally post our daily charts. It's a great community to meet people. Trading is lonely, so I'll link it down below if you're interested. And it's free. All right, next question. What do you got?
This came from Josh, 2017. What was your aha moment in trading, like when everything changed for you?
Dude, so this question actually is asked me all the time, bro. And I don't think there is like an aha moment. Like it didn't happen overnight. But a big turning point for me was, like 7 years ago, I made a plan, started the year, straight plan, literally super defined, started tracking everything. I told myself, I'm going to follow this plan this year and see how much money I make. Fast forward like 9 months, I didn't follow the whole plan, right? I literally was losing money after like countless bits of literally all my accounts got blown. But I tracked everything. I tracked every single data point. I had every single thing tracked. And the funny thing was, I went back one day, these like 9 months, and I started to go over every single day, every single trade. I started to remove the days that I didn't follow my plan, the days that I over leveraged, and the days that I didn't, I just went on tilt basically. So every single trade I took, whether it was win or loss, that was according to my plan, I kept in there. But every single trade I took that was not part of my plan, that was a straight tilt trade, I just removed it from the equation. Then I looked at my P&L, and if I did what I told myself I would have done at the start of the year, I would have made like $50,000, which for me at that time was a lot of money, removing all the tilt days. So that kind of opened my mind up to be like, yo, if I literally just followed my plan that I had written out at the start of the year, I would have made so much money. And it kind of just opened my head to understand that trading is not like a short-term game. It's like a long time frame kind of thing. 9 months would have went by, I would have made money. All I had to do was follow my plan. It's like, damn, this shit is easy. All I got to do is follow my plan. And that's the hard part. So that kind of opened my mind a little bit. It wasn't an aha moment. It was just like, damn, I know what I have to do. I just didn't do it, basically. Question number 2 from Eric Johnson. What is the hardest thing about being a trader? This is a good question.
Yeah, I actually know this because I've been asked this before. I'd say, in my opinion, the hardest thing about being a trader is overall just the doubt. So when I say like doubt, I mean doubting yourself. And there could be a lot of other careers where you doubt yourself, but when you look at trading, you look at you're starting from literally ground zero. So you see all these people on social media making millions of dollars trading, day trading, swing trading, whatever you have. And you're literally starting from paper trading, nothing, like fake money. And you have to go all the way into making these $1,000 days, all of that. And you see these people doing that, you have doubt in yourself of whether you can do that because it takes a lot of time and people just don't realize that. They think they're going to get rich so quickly, and then they see reality hits them in the face and they see, damn, this is going to take a lot of time, and then they start doubting themselves over and over. They keep losing, they have losing days, and that just makes them worse traders overall because they don't stick to their plan. Like you said, if only you stuck to your plan and had everything mapped out and actually did it, you'd be profitable way faster. But that's just not how reality is. Reality starts hitting you and you start having these losing days, and then you keep doubting yourself, and then you get into this mindset of just you have depression, you're sad because you're losing all your money, and frankly you don't have enough to lose. lose at that point. And so, yeah, I think the biggest thing is just doubting yourself. And the only way you can overcome that, and the only way I overcame that, is just, like you said, sticking to your plan for the entirety of your trading career for you to see any success in it.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree. The art is not the charts. It's literally the whole mindset about it. Good question. Good question, Eric.
Question is from Zakir. Zakir, how much money did you make during the COVID crash?
Okay, so he's been watching me for a while. So the COVID crash was actually one of my most profitable years, man. And that was because when the market started, well, before the market started to crash, and if you remember, all these talks came out, businesses were being shut down, people were being fired. I mean, even like the price of homes, interest, everything was going to the crap. So what I did was, and I still do this to this day, is I did a SPY rollover strategy, basically, that I would get SPY posts month out of expiration. If it wasn't in the money, I just rolled them over to the next month, and I really had to roll them over. But that whole year, we made a little over $5 million off the 2019, 2020, whenever the crash happened. So $5 million. And when it comes to removing my long-term investments, and that was kind of like a swing play, it wasn't really long-term investments, that is my most profitable year. This year, we made more than that just because of all my long-term investments. But removing long-term investments, just like strictly my swing trade, day trading, that was my most profitable year because it was a very certain crash. And whenever we kind of stopped with the crash, I started recovering. I rolled over my contracts like 2-3 times, so I called it a day. So we actually ended up profiting like $5 million. So every single month we were doubling down. So it was just so easy to make money during that market, right? A big part about being a trader is identifying when to be aggressive and when to be passive. And when you're certain is when you be aggressive with size, when you be aggressive with actually holding longer. And then plus you add in the options, the ability to hedge, the ability to roll over contracts. And if you kind of have a good option plays, you know how to actually pick the right contracts, you know how to actually roll over your contracts, your risk is very, very minimal for the potential reward. So that's why options are great for swinging, because it allows you to take advantage of like crazy leverage without that much risk, which is probably my favorite part about options. But to answer your question, we made a little over $5 million just off, that's like literally just off the rollover strategy, like not even considering day trading, nothing else like that, just off SPY rollovers. But go on to your next question here. Is having a trading mentor worth it?
I would probably say yes, in terms of just like you could get so much information for free, and we have a lot of information for free, that people can learn, and they can become profitable with free information off YouTube or wherever have you, free courses that you get. But if you're really trying to level up and get to the position where you see all these people in social media are as traders, if you're really trying to get to that level and you're trying to do it in a manner quicker than when we did it, because we took like years to get to that position, because we were trading ourselves and we taught ourselves. We didn't really have that mentor or someone that became profitable for us. And I think if you can find someone that you trust, you see that they've been doing it for a while, you see that they are profitable for months out and years out in any kind of market environment, whatever kind of market cycle you're in, they're still profitable, they're still doing good. If you can find someone like that who aligns with your strategy, aligns with your trading, the way you trade, then I would definitely go for it, because no matter the money you're going to pay, if you find someone that's actually good, you could genuinely 100% double that in like a month or two. So I'm trying to tell you, if you can find someone that's actually a good trader, solid trader, that is as where you want to be in life, then yeah, it's actually really beneficial to have a trading mentor. And I don't think the price that you're going to pay for either mentorship or anything like that is going to be that big of a problem if you actually put in the work.
No, I actually agree, because either you're going to learn from your losses and your failures, which is the only way to learn. It's not a bad way to learn, like if you want to go about it yourself. But when you find a mentor, what you are doing is you're skipping all the failures and you're skipping all the lessons you learned from failures. They're going to tell you straight up, like, I did this wrong, so then I did this and it worked, and I did this wrong. So you're going to save up a lot of time, basically, right? You're paying for the mistakes, or to avoid making the mistakes. You're paying to literally fast track your progress. So it saves a lot of time. And literally anything in life, if you want to get good at doing something, what you got to do is find somebody who's already doing it and copy them. Like, that's it. That's all you have to do. And we do have a membership, but it's closed at the moment. We don't take any new people in, because we literally only open it like 3 people a month, depending, like when people are kind of graduating the system, we open up new seats, but it's currently closed. So we don't have any more seats available. But literally the success we see from people who join the mentorship, or is it people who completely stuck. Bro, it took me 3 years to make any amount of money. We had people who were in our mentorship like 6 months down the line making like 20, 30, 40K a month. Yeah. Just because they were showed what to do and they have the discipline to follow and stick to the plan. The only people that join mentorships and don't succeed are the ones who don't follow the plan. Because I straight up give people like, hey, do this exactly and only this for this year. And if you do just this, you will make money. But people come in, they don't do what I tell them to do. That's the people I hate to work with, bro. Like literally they come in, They don't do what I tell you to do. Like we meet with them like on a weekly basis. Like, yo, okay, I blew my account. Like, bro, how did you blow your account? If I told you you can only risk this much, and if this would have happened, your P&L, your account would be locked. I don't trade anymore. So literally, you did the exact opposite of what I told you to do. They don't show up. So yeah, they show up to the live trading sessions, right? But they don't show up to the charting session. They don't show up to the weekly reviews, the recaps. They only show up to the live trading when the fun is, right? And I can easily tell when people join the membership if they're gonna be profitable or not, which is why like our interview process is so intense. We're like, they have like 3 calls with us. We go through a whole process, and we're like, okay, like we want you to actually show up. You're taking up a valid spot. People want this spot. You're taking it up. You have to show up. And people who show up to just live trading sessions, you just want to copy your trades, don't show up to anything else. They're never profitable. You see them usually drop off and disappear. Yep. But the people who show up to everything end up making a lot of money, a lot of money back, because they're not only showing up to everything, but they're also following the plan, bro. And that's the biggest thing I see from traders who make money fast versus the ones who don't, is they don't follow the plan.
Exactly.
And another question I'll ask you, do you think there's any common characteristics of traders who make money faster than ones who take years to learn? I have a good answer for this one after you're done. So common characteristics of traders who become profitable faster than others.
Man, I would just say, like, I don't think, because I can't really speak for people. There are obviously those people that, you know, have that switch in their brain that just makes them easier to, like, you know, learn trading. And I just think if you're good with numbers and that kind of stuff, you're definitely going to be having a good time trading. But I just think it's all in just how hard you work for trading. Like, I've seen people spend like literally 20 hours a day learning how to trade and learning everything. Like, they get every kind of information, like just not even day trading, just stock market overall. They learn about the stock market. They read tons of books. They learn everything, and then put them into day trading. So I just, in my opinion, I just think hard work beats, you know, any characteristic or talent.
Beats luck, beats talent. Yeah. There's 2 characteristics that I see with every trader who comes into our program who become profitable like that. And the first one, and as annoying as this might sound, is that they are already financially stable, so meaning that they already have money in their bank account. They either sold a company, had a guy like he used to own Ferrari dealerships. I have a bunch of people who come into my program, like they're already making a lot of money, right? They want to make even more money through trading. So that's why we mentor people who make a lot of money, right? Because they're making people who already have a lot of money. They already have the discipline. So number 1, when they have a lot of money, they have a discipline. Plus number 2, they're not actually worried about making money. So if you come into day trading and you don't care about making money, you're going to make a lot of money, because it's the whole opposite, which is so annoying, because you need money to eat, you need money to live, to breathe, so that you'll have shelter, have food, feed your kids. So you're thinking about money all the time when you're trading, which makes you trade with emotions. It makes you trade with money, with greed, with fear. But if you don't care about money and you come into the market, right? Because the hard part about trading isn't the analysis and learning how to trade, isn't learning how to read charts, but it's actually just managing emotions and sticking to the plan. So, and money will cause your emotions to go crazy, because you need it. But if you don't care about money, you don't have any emotions towards money. So you literally learn the whole system, become profitable so much faster. And the second characteristic is kind of like what you said, the people who are already disciplined in real life. Like, they go to the gym every day, they eat healthy, great relationships with families, with friends. And I could tell just by talking to these people one-on-one, like who's actually a good person, who actually works out, goes to the gym. I mean, I ask them these questions when we meet, like, yo, like, what's your life like? You know, what do you do? Do you work out? What's your job? Like, what's your lifestyle like? Are you healthy? Like, I ask them all these questions because I want to know every aspect about their life, because trading isn't just like what you do on the charts. And it's also how you manage your other life, like the rest of your life. Because everything you do in real life will transfer over to the chart. So if you work out, you eat healthy, you have good relationships, it will transfer over to the chart. So those people who are disciplined in overall life end up making a lot of money faster when it comes to trading, guys. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed this. If you want to see more of these, put down below in the comments questions you'll want us to answer in the next one. We'll catch you later.
See.